to Earth.
Greyhill Incident is a survival horror game developed and published by Refugium Games. This game in general is just not very good. There's a very good idea here, a survival horror game rotated around alien abductions and trying to figure out what is happening in an attempt to save your son, along with the entire neighborhood who has been abducted. But this game just failed to bring that together in something interesting or even good. The story is just pointless. From beginning to end, by the time the credits roll, it will just feel like you wasted 2 to 3 hours of your life that you will never get back. The voice acting is pretty bad throughout, except for the every once in a while ridiculous line.
Get your fucking fingers out of my dirty ass!
Is that Brandon? The fuck are they doing to him? We're all on the same ship. What in the hell should I do now?
Okay. The map is also entirely engulfed in fog, so you have terrible field of vision the entire game unless you're inside, where you can use the pump flashlight that the game gives you to see things, even though when inside you can see things anyway just fine. But still, it's more helpful inside than outside, as the aliens see the flashlight immediately and come right at you. So I spent most of the game just not even using the flashlight in the first place, so really the flashlight is pointless and not much help. Speaking of the aliens, they are probably the most cookie-cutter enemies I have ran across in all my years of playing games, as you will run into the exact same aliens over and over again as they chase you in an attempt to tickle you until you are abducted. No! Stop tickling me! Woo! Stop tickling me! Ah! Oh! Ah! Motherfucker has a fetish. And did I mention this game is also $35? For a 2-hour game with these terrible graphics and mechanics, it's $35. You get to run away from aliens who are trying to tickle you for $35. You get to hide from aliens in plain sight because they can't reach you while you are wedged between the cupboard and the wall for $35. He's dancing. His head's jiving. Alien didn't want anything to do with Thriller. He said, I'm fucking out. If you're not getting my point, there is no way that this game is worth $35. It probably isn't even a $10 game. I probably wouldn't even recommend this game unless it was free. The gameplay for this game, like the rest of the game, is very bare bones, as you will have 2 weapons the entire game that I could personally find. A pistol with very minimal ammo, and a baseball bat. Having minimal ammo is no big deal for the gun. That is a normal survival horror kind of thing to do. But the problem is you can't kill the aliens with the bat. You can only hit the alien 3 times with the slowest reload on a bat swing I have ever seen or played in my entire life. And once you hit them 3 times, it'll knock them down for maybe 2 seconds, and then they get back up and come back after you. Sure, you can use these few seconds to go hide and wait for the coast to be clear. But the real question I had the whole time is, why can't you kill an alien with a baseball bat? Like in a real life situation, if this was happening to anyone in real life, you would just keep swinging the bat until that alien's head was smashed in. But in this game, you have to be okay with the alien just falling over, being inconvenienced for a few seconds, after it takes your character about 5 seconds to get enough energy to want to swing the bat in the first place. And I guess this would be okay if there were more weapon types, but like I said, I only came across these 2 weapons, which makes things very limited, as you only find 1 or 2 bullets at a time, and it takes 2 bullets to kill an alien no matter where you shoot him. Head, leg, arm, it doesn't matter, so headshots don't do any extra damage here. So you may also be asking, as a survival horror game, how are the stealth mechanics in the game? And I'm here to report that they are also terrible. And by terrible, I mean there really aren't any. You can hide in cabinets and cars and stuff like that, so I guess that is something. But in terms of sneaking around the aliens, once they see you, they just walk straight at you relentlessly. You can't really hide in bushes to get around them or anything like that. You basically just can't allow them to see you at all unless you have a ton of bullets or stamina, which you never have any of either. In some sections, there are just way too many aliens to deal with, and with minimal ammo and a zero damage bat, I feel like better stealth mechanics would have done this game a world of good. Another issue I had with this game is the criminal level of stamina your character has. You run for like 5 or 6 seconds, then he takes what feels like years to build his stamina meter back up. I don't know why developers haven't figured out that there is a happy medium between unlimited stamina and a character having almost no stamina at all when it comes to horror games or any genre game for that matter. Having your character be the most out-of-shape person you've ever seen does not make a horror game more fun or better. It makes it a chore. It makes it take longer for you to get places. It makes it unfair to get away from the enemy. It's just not good in general. It's been one of my biggest complaints in video games for years, and I wish they would stop doing it. In the end, I just think the game is a gigantic disappointment, and one with so much potential if done right. But instead, the developers just looked like they wanted to make a game about alien abduction, so I had an excuse to put alien probes in places around the map. It makes me mad and kind of saddens me that this game ended up the way that it did. Gameplay, graphics, enemy types, everything were all lacking, and I wish more time and effort was put into it. People talk about this game only being made by a few people, so that means other people should cut the game some slack. But do you know what other games were made by only a few people? Cuphead, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Ori and the Blind Forest, and that's just to name a few of a lot of great games that were only made by a small dev team. That is no longer a good excuse for your game to come out like this, and developers should be held to higher standards no matter what, especially if you're going to charge $35 for a 2-hour game. And that is why I am giving Greyhill Incident a 3 out of 10. I really hope there is a team of developers out there that can take this kind of idea and turn it into something great. Because I know for a fact that there is a great game that can be made out of an idea like this. A survival horror game rotated around a small neighborhood where you are trying to solve the mystery of alien abductions could be an awesome game. But unfortunately for me, this was not it. But what did you guys think of the Greyhill Incident? Did you like it better or worse than I did? Let me know in the comments section below. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.